Writer PH Studio.
Question sa inyong lahat is, mauna ka, Tom. During the break, anong gagawin mo? Like, ikaw, Tom, meron ka bang aasikasuhin importanteng bagay, mga personal, or anong gagawin mo itong break na to?
Mga inaasikaso. Well, that time, kasi, Lord, sana matuloy. Kasi by the time na e-air na kami uli, yung mga kailangan kong gawin, nagawa ko na. So, yun yung doon. So, ngayon yung ngayon yung inaalala kasi pagpasok ko na naman, salisi na naman kami ni Mrs. Whereas dati, akala ko September 6, tapos na kami. Si Carla babalik, September 3, tapos na siya doon. Magkikita na kami finally ngayon. Baka a week or two before the wedding na kami magkaabot.
Yun nga. So, pwede ka bang i-share na detalye, Tom, sa mga naayos nyo na?
Ngayon, puro mga contingency plans. So, syempre, may mga family ako sa States. Unfortunately, hindi makakapunta dito. Nagkaroon ng developments. Like ngayon, my sister, buti, pa-recover na siya sa COVID niya. Pero hindi na siya pwedeng magpa-vaccinate. Hindi na aabot kasi parang 2 months daw yung kailangan before makapag-vaccinate siya. So, inaalala namin kung makakapunta pa ba siya dito, kung kailangan ng vaccination card for her to be able to travel. So, may mga ganun. Daming mga factors. Naka na lang ako ngayon. Steady ako dito, pero yung kamay ko dito nangagano, no? Hindi nyo nakita. Pero okay pa naman ako. Okay pa naman.
So ano na ba ang date talaga? Meron ka na ba pwede sabihin eksaktong date?
Doon pa rin. Nakalagpas naman sa wedding bands eh. Pati nga yung location ng wedding kasi kailangan yun for a Catholic wedding. Kailangan i-announce. Lalo ngayon na pandemic, ina-announce nila through social media. So it's on October 23rd pa rin. Sana.
Oh, yeah.
Tagaytay pa din, Tom.
You'll be a new man by the time we get back.
Yeah.
Completely different person. Yeah.
Sa Tagaytay, di ba, Tom?
Yes bro, sa Tagaytay Highlands, sa Madre de Dios.
And last na lang, entourage, meron na mga specific na mga
meron, pero yun nga eh, yung ilan sa entourage, medyo nagkaroon ng pagbabago. Like some of my brothers, hindi some of my brothers, kasi pandami kong kapatid, two of them, my only 2 brothers, hindi makakapunta.
Sino lang sa pamilya mo ang nandun, Tom? Sino lang family member mo makakapunta? Wala.
Yun nga, inaayos pa namin ngayon. Kahit nga ako mismo, doon yung gustong-gusto nilang pumunta dito, lalo na my mom. So ako yung nag-aalangan with the Delta variant and everything going on. Gusto ko ba i-risk yung safety niya? So I really have to make sure na pulido. Gusto ko man silang nandito. Ako mismo yung nagdadalawang isip. So ngayon, ongoing pa rin. Akala ko nakalaki na yung mga ganong pag-iisipan before pa. Pero ngayon, hanggang ngayon pala, kailangan pag-isipan pa rin siya na mabuti up to the last minute kung ano pa. Ngayon, ano na ng mga invitation. So kahit yun, pagpulido ng guest list, getting numbers, ganyan. Siyempre, hindi naman lahat makakapunta. But at the same time, kailangan mai-release na, mailabas na.
Siyempre, depende rin sa quarantine measures by that time.
Yep.
Advance congratulations, Tom.
Thank you.
Very happy for you and Carla. Ikaw, Sid, anong plano mo sa 2 months na pahinga ang season break ang the world between us?
Well, it's back to normal again. Oh.
Nakasal ka din ba?
Ano po? I'm sorry.
Nakasal ka din ba, Charot?
Whoa! Inside
Hindi, ano plano mo? Pahinga ba o iba mo ng work or ano?
No, well, it's I've been working on a lot of different things. Like the online store is still happening. I'm trying to put together my streaming rig. I still tutor my daughter every so often when she, it's still because everything's on Zoom. Like this whole thing that we're doing, this is what I do with her anyway. And then workout. That's it. Other than that, it's the same thing, just less people and alone.
So tama ba? Teacher ka muna ng anak mo online?
Nag-tutor ako sa kanya, yeah. Because they're doing everything at home, and even though the mom and her, they stay together, the mom's like really busy being mom and her professional self. So I would take any opportunity to be with my daughter, and because of the situation, it's not so easy to like physically be with her, and so this is perfect.
sideline ka pala bilang tutor.
for my kid, yeah. Pero feeling ko pagdating niya ng grade 3, hindi na ako makakahabol eh. I think we're gonna have to get a professional. Hanggang grade 2 lang ata kaya kong math eh.
Ayun, thank you, Steve. Ikaw, Kelly, anong gagawin mo sa season break?
Ako naman, definitely spending time with my mom sa province. Yun po, ever since po na nag-pageant ako back in March, I haven't really settled back home kasi ang dami kong quarantines and hotel stays. So this break is giving me the opportunity to unpack my suitcase for the first time since March. and fix my clothes and everything, repack, and just sort of relax for a bit. Because I really miss my mom talaga. My dad is not here in the Philippines anymore. Usually they stay together sa Tarlac, sa province namin. So he's not with us right now, and therefore I want to really just spend as much time as possible with my mom and my cat also.
So magiging kubintana ka sa season break.
Opo.
Where na Tarlac? Tarlac?
Tarlac po. Mga like 25 minutes from SM. So medyo not in the city mismo, pero a little bit out. Pero, yeah, I just came back from Tarlac because I had to fix something here in Manila. So yung mga bills and errands and things that we need to do before the next taping. So that's what I'm fixing na.
Thank you, Kelly. And ikaw, Jasmine, anong plano mo for the 2 months na season break?
Actually, pagka naka-break po ako and walang trabaho, ang kinabibisihan ko is really my niece. I spend a lot of time babysitting para sa ate ko. So, actually, doon ako galing kaninang umaga. Tapos umuwi lang ako para magtanghalian tsaka mag-prepare for this afternoon's interview. So, pag walang work, I make the most out of spending time with her and my sister. Kasi rin, nung unang ECQ, I was alone. So, hindi ko rin mabisita yung dad ko na senior na. So, ang dami pong times na parang gustuhin mo man, no? Wala eh. Hindi nga, tulad ng sabi ni Tom, pagdating sa wedding celebrations nila, gustuhin man niya, parang mag-aalangan ka pa rin, not because of and of the restrictions, pero pati na rin mismo yung health nila, yung kasiguraduhan na hindi din sila ma-expose to anyone along the way. So, yun, I make the most out of time with family or exercise, taking care of myself, kasi yun na lang talaga pwede natin gawin, honestly. And wala naman pwedeng tambayan sa labas. Bawal din tumambay sa labas. So, wag kayong lalabas, di ba? Yeah, so yun.
Last na lang, Jasmine, parang nakita namin sa'yo, may sa bata. At hindi ka ba naiingit sa ate mo na meron na siyang baby?
Yun ang tanong. Yun ang tanong.
Ikaw ba, Jasmine, wala kang...
ako gagawa na kami.
Pwede pong pag nag-30 na po ako, balikan natin yung question.
We'll cheer. You can do it!
pa yan, Jasmine.
Ano naman po ako sa ngayon? Steady pa po.
Cheering squad.
Sabi ka pa, si Leah ka muna ngayon,
Opo, Leah muna. And then, isipin ko si Jasmine pag mga December na.
Thank you, guys. And congratulations sa show. And see you again on November 15.
Thank you po.
Thank you so much.
Romel.
Thank you po, Mars Rommel. And for our next set of questions, we have Miss Japs Jumento of Chennai Regional TV. Hello po, Miss Japs.
Hello, good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
Bye.
So my first question is, the viewers have been following your characters na sa The World Between Us, and day by day, mas interesting talagang napapanood nila. So ano pang nakaka-excite sa characters ninyo sa mga susunod na episodes? Let's start with you, Kelly.
Well, in 2011, kasi si Audrey was, I would say medyo likable siya, but she definitely has some qualities in her personality to improve on. And I think ang maganda po sa development niya by 2017, you'll see po how she matures and grows up and deals with the serious situations na mangyayari po sa story, and whether she'll be an ally or an enemy po of the others. So that's what I'm excited to portray po in her character. Hindi siya yung basta typical na kontrabida, but she also is a person of depth then. So that's what I want to show people.
Thank you, Kelly. Proceed.
Wala pala akong depth. No, wait, I kind of got lost. I was listening to what Kelly was saying. What's the question?
Ano yung aabangan sa character mo pa sa susunod na episode?
Oh yeah, that's right. Gusto ko kasi yung sinabi niyang meron siyang qualities sa kanyang personality that she needs to improve on. Such a politically correct way of saying things. Yeah. Well, that's a question for Eric, my character. What is he going to decide on doing, and what happens when he gets or doesn't get what he wants, right? Is there going to be a change for the good, or is it going to spiral? We'll see, but I don't want to share anything, but it is safe to say that it's going to get more exciting. Yeah. That's it.
Thank you. Jasmine?
For Leah, oh my gosh. Not much will change for her personality. I feel like si Leah kasi, no, she's just learning through everyone, but she's not really learning from herself and from her own experiences. So I think yung kailangan abangan sa kanya is paano siya mare-redeem. Kasi palagi na lang siyang talo dahil may ibang mga nagde-decide para sa kanya, or may kailangan magbigay ng go signal sa kanya. Paano niya mare-redeem sarili niya? At saka, mare-redeem niya ba sarili niya, or kailangan pa rin niya ba ng tulong sa iba? So, yeah. Help yourself or ask for help.
Ayun. Thank you. Ikaw naman, Tom.
Sobrang happy at excited ako na at least within the last 5 days ng airing namin bago yung season break, mabibigay na sa mga tao yung matagal na nilang inaasam-asam. Yung mapahiya at masaktan si Brian. Sabi, pwede bang malaman na kaagad ni Brian na ampun lang siya? Wala, gusto ko lang. Sabi ko, grabe, sakit ako. Salita kasi gusto na nila mapahirapan na matanggal yung mga ngiti ni Brian na ang angas talaga na kahit ako gusto ko. Kaya dito, at least sa last 5 days, maraming ganun. At abangan natin kung saan pa pupunta yung mga matutuklasan ni Brian na yun. Kung ano magiging sanhi.
Thank you. And of course, you watching kasi The World Between Us has already been part of the daily routine ng mga kapuso natin dito sa Regions, at mamimiss nila kayo sa So what is your promise? Ano yung promise ng show sa pagbabalik sa November? Ano yung message ninyo sa mga kapuso natin dito sa Regions? Who wants to answer first?
Sige, kung siguro kung ihalin tulad natin ulit sa RGM, kumbaga tumawid lang ng isa pang RGM, yung bola na paikot-ikot ng ganon, hindi po siya natigil. Bumagal, may konting pabitin lang yung dinadaanan ng RGM machine, kasi pagbalik namin sa season break, tuloy-tuloy at mas mabilis pa yung mga ikot. Kaya okay din na makahinga muna tayo ng saglit, kasi pagbalik namin, mas matindi at mas mabilis, mas fast-paced ang mga mangyayari. Kaya kung hindi sila makahinga ngayon, baka kung roller coaster ride to, ay mahimatay sila lahat.
Ay, thank you.
Wala na akong masabi. Binenta yung show. Wala na akong masabi.
May add pa po ba? Hindi ba? Jazz?
Same.
Malulunod sila.
Hindi, siguro abangan na lang natin na lahat ng character magkakaroon ng konting downfall. Yung iba, medyo mas matindi lang yung downfall nila, no? Pero doon din natin makikita paano sila babangon ulit. And that goes for everyone, hindi lang para sa kay Louie or kay Brian. Si Leah din and si Eric din merong pagdadaanan. Si Audrey naman, ano bang gusto niyang gawin kay Louie? Pwede bang gawin na lang niya kay Leah? Kasi nandito
Ay, may
lang
hugot, may hugot.
yun lang. Yun ang dagdag ko. Walang sense,
Sige.
pero medyo.
Audrey, ibigay mo na kay Leah si Louie, pero Leah, ibigay mo na sa akin ng company.
Yun.
Wild.
Well,
Ayun. Kelly and Sid, do you want to add?
I think it's just safe to say that our promise po to the viewers is that you will not be disappointed po sa pagbalik po namin sa November 15. That we are just because there is a break doesn't mean that we are stepping away po from working on what Sid said in another interview. Something that is already so good, we're improving it pa. We're making it even more better para sa inyo. So you guys will not be disappointed talaga. I promise.
Thank you. Sid?
Yeah, to our viewers, first of all, I'm very proud to be part of a show that has viewers who are as emotionally invested as everybody. I've been hearing like stories of how you guys have been reacting, and it's really heartwarming because I always say it, and I'm going to say it again. It's that we do this for you anyway. Honestly, I'm really sorry that we have to take a break, but it's not really anyone's choice. It's just something we have to do, and we're all dealing with it. But this is not bad. This can only be good. Like Kelly reiterated, this can only get better, and we're going to be doing this for you guys all the way. So please hang on, and we'll see you in the end.
All right. Thank you po. That's it from my end. Salamat po.
Thank you, Ms. Japs.
Thank you, Ms. Japs.
Our next set of questions naman po will be coming from Ms. Christina Alpad of Manila Times. Hello, Ms. Tina.
Hi po, good afternoon. So
Good
I want to
afternoon, Ms.
start.
Tina.
I want to start off lang with having done your or played your characters for several months now. Ano sa tingin niyo yung ano yung nagustuhan niyo and hindi masyadong nagustuhan about your characters in the show? About Leah, about Eric, Brian, and Audrey. All the strengths and siguro things that your characters siguro pwede pa nilang improve in the future.
I'll go.
Parang
Who
mix
wants to
lang
go?
yung nakaka-relate sa mga characters niya on social media from what I've been seeing.
I'll go ahead. I always have a hard time relating with my characters, especially the characters that I play, especially on TV, because they're usually undesirable or hard to respect, or you kind of have to look for qualities in that person to admire, and there's always a but or a clause that comes with that. But in this case, I promised it before that I was going to use a lot of myself and really put a lot of me in this, and which is almost embarrassing to admit because there are certain parts of the script where Eric is medyo conduct unbecoming of a gentleman talaga eh. So, and there are a lot of decisions that he makes that I really don't agree with. On the other hand, though, his honesty when it comes to his feelings towards certain things, even though it is misleading, is commendable because he's like a little boy who just really wants what he wants, and then it's kind of like he doesn't know how to handle anything that goes against what he wants. So, but other than that, he's not going to stop until he gets it. Or is he? We'll see. Oh my God. So, yeah. What's the question? I got lost.
I think you kind of answered na, like kung ano yung gusto or
Yeah.
something of your
Okay,
character.
that's right. Yeah. So yun. What I'm having a hard time though is like looking for ways to make it acceptable, at least to me. Because if it's acceptable to be the things that he does, or at least the reasons behind it, then it might be hopefully acceptable to the people watching also. And it's usually hard to look for that in a bad guy in a soap, because the background isn't that colored in yet, especially for the bad guys. It's usually black and white. But we're trying as hard as possible to make the character as gray and believable, especially with the way he reacts to certain things. And yeah, we'll see what happens.
Thank you. And how about Tom as Brian?
Tapos, gusto ko nga, may isa rin akong, minsan kasi nakikitwitter party ako whenever the episode is going on. Kasi ang saya na this is the first time na nakakita ko ng audience na invested sila sa characters na hinihimay nila. Na lagi may nakalagay ng listahan ng lahat ng characters. Sinasabi nila, aminin natin sa buhay natin, minsan naging Leah na tayo, naging Audrey, naging Eric, naging Jackie, naging Louie, naging Brian. At pag himayin mo, totoo talaga. Patulad kay Brian na lang na ang daming insecurity sa buhay. So siguro, andun na, when it comes to Jung yan, or Carl Jung na parang mga principles in psychology, andun yung shadow. Yung shadow yung parang mas na-highlight ngayon kay Brian. So, katulad ng sabi ko sa past interviews, hindi ko siya kailangan na tularan natin siya or magustuhan natin yung ginagawa niya. Pero kung maintindihan lang natin kung saan nanggagaling, para sa akin, okay na yun. Kasi katulad sinabi ni Sid, kailangan kung walang kakamping character mo, ikaw yung kakampi niya eh. Pero paano kung yung ginagawa niya, ang hirap kampihan. So para sa akin yung consolation is, basta maintindihan ko lang siya. Siguro sapat na suporta na yun na pagkakampi.
Thank you. And Kelly as Audrey?
I just have to say that what I like, one of the greatest things about this, how we're portraying our characters in this show, is from the time changes. So now we're in 2017 from 2011, and you can really see, Paul, that the things that people go through, whether in their childhood or in their younger years, how those qualities will remain in our adulthood. And because when I watch the show and I look at the other characters, like you guys, Brian, and Leah and everything, you guys have done it so well. Actually, like parang I'm just so amazed by how you guys have broken down your characters and the depth of the characters. You can really see that kahit 5 years, 6 years later, that nandun pa rin yung qualities. And for Audrey naman, well, I don't want to admit, but I can really relate to her. And she I would say I was kind of like her in high school. Oh my God.
Math geek yan.
But how I have been transitioning po in my personal life, growing up and maturing, I think that's what you'll see po in Audrey's development as well. So for me, it's really kind of just my own life experiences and putting it into Audrey. So it's very relatable for me. And hopefully, since it's relatable to me, I'm sure a lot of people have been through similar changes. So I think she'll be a relatable character to others for them.
Thank you. And finally, Jasmine. And do you agree din ba to add, Jasmine, do you agree din ba sa mga naging decisions ni Leah up until this point sa serye?
Ang daming ginawa ni Leah na I don't agree with. Tulad ng mga viewers, no? Parang kaiinisan mo rin kasi napaka-naive pa rin niya, 6 years on. Instead of growing up and finding a way to kind of move on or mature, siguro hindi move on, kahit mag-mature lang, parang hindi pa niya sobrang nakuha. Kasi nung naglalaro sila ni Louie ng emotions, ano pa rin siya, pumapatol siya when she could have just straight up asked him what's going on, what happened. They could have talked about the past then and there, no? So yung mga ganong bagay, those are things I wouldn't do na ginawa ni Leah. Kasi ando na yung chance na pag-usapan yung naiwan eh. Pero si Leah kasi, she's the type na if she's hurt, she has to feel it for however long she needs to feel it until feeling niya napadama niya na yon dun kay kung sino man yon, if it's Louie, if it's her mom, and in this case, si Louie. So I don't agree with how she's handling her heart, but at the same time, hindi mo rin siya mabiblame because I feel like I might have done the same thing when I was 17 and 20, you know, the relationship that I had back then, yung tipong it's us against the world, like kaya natin to, tayo lang dalawa, or you know, nagtatrabaho naman na tayo, or we're studying naman, so we can create our own future. Oh my gosh, I'm sure a lot of people have been there. And not just for Leah, but in Louis' case din, ano, yung tipong kaya kong alagaan tong magiging asawa ko. And at that age, feeling mo kaya mo na mag-asawa. But, you know, here I am, like at 27, kanina lang tinanong ako kung nag-iisip na rin ba ako, stuff like that. You know what?
Hindi masabi.
Sorry. Hindi ko masabi.
Stuff like that is the
Like
ano na ngayon.
So,
That's your dictionary definition.
so wala pa ako doon. Wala pa ako sa ano. I am far from Leah's decision-making attitude. Pero yung pagka-soft niya sa heart, pagka-naive niya growing up, I feel like we've all been there and felt that also.
Ay, naku, Leah, basta masyado mong pinahirapan si Louie. Hindi mo kasi alam, nandun siya sa airport nun. Pinagsabihan lang siya nung si Brian.
Hindi lang si Louie pinahihirapan niya, excuse me.
Oo. Tapos masyado mo pang pinapaasa si Eric. Oo, may mga ganun comments din.
Underline sa masyadong pinapaasa.
Sabi, kaya naman pala nakaka-relate din ng mga tao kasi sobrang invested din naman pala ng mga actors.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Actors. And for my final question for Jasmine, kasi last weekend si Alden was just all praises with how comfortable you are with each other. Sa ngayon ba, kasi we last saw you sa Love on the Balcony, so I can see you.
Yep.
So, yeah, yung noon mas maiksi ngayon ito buong series na, but yung kumusta yung professional relationship and siguro yung level of comfort niyo sa isa't isa, mas pa ba, tumaas pa ba?
Yeah, I think tuwing may nakakatrabaho ka na actor ng paulit-ulit, I think your professional relationship eventually becomes a friendship and it's something na I really am thankful for because I'm the type of person din naman na, you know, I like to keep my circle small. Kung may mamimita ko, I like to have that type of connection na no matter ilang buwan tayo or linggo na hindi nagkita, kaya nating mag-jump into a conversation and feel comfortable about it. So I am thankful because he's also the type naman to also engage in conversation kapag willing ka rin maging open. So, you know, sometimes we might just be shy in the beginning, but we've warmed up. And all of us dito sa cast, actually, no, I'm thankful not just because I got to work with a lot of them for the second, like si Tom, I worked with him already in a film. I worked with Miss Jacqueline, Miss Tina. It's my first time with Timmy and Kelly, but it's been so fun because we even have moments where pag break, you know, we get to jam or share food with each other. Of course, observing all the protocols and with the permission of our production heads para aware ang lahat, you know, disclaimer lang, para sure tayo dyan. Pero ang ganda kasi may mga na-perform na ganun, especially dahil lock-in. And ang lock-in dati, pang pelikula lang ginagawa. Ngayon, I'm glad for taping, napapractice siya kasi nga, you're able to have these relationships and yun, like with what Alden said, it's a great friendship. Meron na akong number niya, so yun yung biggest difference. Alam ko na yung number niya. Last year hindi ko pa alam, this year alam ko na.
Bagal mo ako, unang Zoom meeting pa lang kinuha ko na eh.
Ganun ba?
Alden, what's your number?
I like to inch my way through it. Wait ka lang.
Thank you so much.
Kaya pala marami
we'll
nagtatanong
see.
nun, sabi, paano nakuha ni Eric yung number ni Louie?
Eto, sa Zoom na daw.
Sa Zoom pala.
Thank you.
Christina.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Christina.
much.
Thank you, Miss Tina. Ayan, ang susunod po natin na magtatanong ay si Miss Rose Garcia of TEP. Hello po, Miss
Hi, Miss Rose.
Hello,
Hi,
Miss Rose.
Rose.
Po, good afternoon. Ayan, yung unang questions ko, sa tingin nyo ba, yung pagkakaroon ng season ender ng mga, let's say, like itong The World Between Us, itong mga serye ngayon, kung sakali man, ano na siya, okay na siya sa bansa natin, sa atin, sa industry natin. Kasi sa ibang bansa kasi, parang normal lang to na may season ender yung mga series like sa Korea, sa US. So dito ba, do you think, ano siya, magiging effective siya? And ano sa tingin niyo yung magiging ng viewers at the same time kayo din na mga actors? Ano yung may makukuha nyo dito? Both.
Sino na?
I can figure this don't mind because I have to use the bathroom, so I'll answer. I think in terms of like the way certain episodes or certain like legs of the show is ended, whether it's a week or a month or a season, has always been there ever since. In fact, ever since I started acting, they always emphasize when we're shooting a scene that's a week ender or a day ender, because it's always been part of the psychology when they make films or TV shows. I think it's just not as much of a big thing when we talk about it in terms of as an audience, but while we're shooting it, it's really a big strategic move. Like you'll hear things like, Sid, can we like up it a bit kasi day ender natin to Pagkatapos ito yung susunod na eksena ganito or ganyan. I think it's just that for this particular situation, since gitnang-gitna siya ng show, kinailangan natin gawa ng mas acceptable na paraan para maghiwa-hiwalay muna tayo for the meantime. And I think it's going to be great. And like what Tom said a while ago, it's perfect pa sa timing and how the show is going. And since the show is actually divided in decades, and it will fit. Hopefully, though, like what we're all saying, that it does get way better, because we do feel that it's going to be much better since we have that extra time.
Thank you, Sid. What about the others?
Sorry, I just 1 minute lang. I'll be back.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Well, I'll go ahead. I think similar din sa pagsabi ni Sid, ni Tamino na and like you said, Miss Rose, meron na nga sa US and sa Korea. So marami sa atin dito sa Philippines naman, sumusubaybay din tayo sa mga US shows, sa mga Korean shows. So sana gumana din siya sa atin dito sa TV kasi meron naman na tayong ganong habit. And I think naman kapag talagang gusto nila yung show at fan na talaga sila ng story, ng kwento, definitely they will still wait for it pagbalik namin sa November. Ibig sabihin niya, nasa amin po yung challenge na talagang mas kaabang-abang yung pag-ikot ng kwento, yung mga magiging problema pa, or kung ano pa man yan. So, I think now it's gumanon bigla sa amin yung ngayon, sige, try natin yung system nila, no? So, I think sana this will also challenge all of us to be more. We're already creative as is, pero to think of more ways in within our Filipino setting para mas tugma siya sa culture natin, sa habits ng viewers din natin dito sa Philippines.
May I add, kahit na wala na halimbawang pandemic and all, ECQ and that, gugustuhin niyo ba yung ganitong klase ng setup for
Sana. Yeah.
Opo. Kung ako po, Miss Rose, mas gusto ko kasi parang at least tapos na po yung ihahain namin sa inyo. Handang-handa na siyang i-consume at namnamin ng todo-todo para kung meron pa silang gusto, pwede pa ulit kaming gumawa ng susunod doon. Ako yun ang pananaw. Kasi para siyang
kung pwede, wala na yung mga social distancing para mas masulit namin yung mga bandi.
Yes.
Hindi lang, pati yung mga eksena, ang hirap mag-eksena na may social distancing.
Yeah.
Okay. Si Kelly.
Miss Rose.
Okay, go.
No.
Sure, okay. Well, I think this is not the first time that our show has been, I guess, breaking the norm. We're really taking a different approach to ensure that the characters and the quality of the show is above like the normal or maybe the expected. And usually sa ibang bansa po, shows do go on season breaks for this purpose of reflecting po on what's been aired, on looking at audience feedback, on brainstorming new ideas, talking to the actors and the production on how they can make the show even better than it was previously before the break. So for us having to do it in the pandemic, it's maybe like a blessing po in disguise that we are actually given the opportunity to do that. What is normal po in other countries, and if we can really see that it was beneficial sa amin to do that, then maybe even after the pandemic, it might be something po that will be considered sa other projects to come for other productions po in the Philippine industry.
Thank you. Okay ka na? Tom, you don't not to add na? Okay ka na?
Hindi naman sa pagmamayabang, ano. Payabang na sinabi ni Tom. Payabang na sinabi ni Tom. Hindi, ako, hindi lang dahil sa kalidad ng show na ginagawa namin na naniniwala ako. Pero at the same time, nakita ko na siyang nangyari at gumana. Kasi yung last na show na ginawa namin, yung Love of My Life, naabutan din kami. March 14, yung last taping namin, sakto sa lockdown ng unang pandemic. At yun din yung naging concern. Paano yun? Nagkakaroon ng break, naabutan na rin, nawala ng pondo. Papanoorin kaya ng mga tao? Takot na takot kami. It was a real concern sa production. Pero andun sila dahil invested na sila sa story. Kumapit pa rin sila hanggang sa huli. At yun na din, mas gumanda pa yung ginawang work. Merong ano pa nun na paano yan, mag-iiba yung look. Kasi dati on location kami. Ngayon nakalock in kami sa ginagawa namin. And yet, basta maganda yung kwento, nakaka-relate yung mga tao sa mga karakter, bawat karakter at sa kwentong nangyayari, hindi sila bibitaw. At confident ako na hindi sila bibitaw. Di ba, mga kapuso?
Okay, sige Tom, total nasa iyo na. May I add, ano ba, enjoy ba yung feeling na gumanap ng ganitong klase ng role ni Brian? Kasi syempre, we've known you naman doon sa mga, hindi naman ganitong medyo, hindi ko na alam kung gray lang ba to, medyo dark na, no? Ayan. So, Malapusit yung pagkaitin mo. Parang gano'n na nga. Pero kumbaga napapainis mo talaga yung viewers ngayon. Anong pakiramdam? Anong masasabi mo doon? Mas enjoy ba?
Enjoy ko siya eh. So, na-enjoy ko sa sobra. Tsaka andun yung, may pressure din. Kinakabahan ako. But at the same time, na-enjoy ko. So, pumapalo siya ng gano'n. Nag-enjoy ako basahin yung mga comments. Pag inis na inis sila sa akin. Sobra. Di ko alam, parang akong baliw. Pag nakatingin ako sa Twitter, nakangiti ako pero nilalait ng mga tao si Brian.
So, Brian pa lang kasi. Hindi ka naman pinapersonal na iba. Wala naman.
Pero may isa sabi, sige Louie, bigyan mo nga ng isang suntok sa mukha yung sunog mong kapatid. Aray! Di ba pwede yung ugali na lang yung punahin mo?
Wala naman na may personal, Tom? Wala naman.
May ilan, pero okay. Okay na. Naintindihan ko kung bakit galit na galit at gigil na gigil sila. Pati minsan ako nadadamay.
Okay. Ayun na. Ayun, follow up lang din doon sa tanong ni Ramel kanina. Tom, gaano kahirap ngayon para sa inyo ni Carla na mag-prepare ng wedding? Kasi di ba even before pandemic naman, I'm sure medyo pressure na rin mag-prepare ng wedding. So ngayon, mas gaano siya kahirap at saka gaano na lang kakonti yung magiging guest nyo, yung mga gano'n, nag-eliminate ba kayo nag-eliminate?
Yeah, kasi yung pambayad mo pang ng venue pang full capacity, pero yung mahirap, Miss Rose, pero mas naawa ako kay Carla. Siyempre, grabe, kita ko tutok siyang tao eh. So andun siya, may mga personal na pinagdadaanan. Kuwari yung PA niya may family emergency. So mag-isa na nga lang siya sa taping ngayon, wala siyang kasamang nag-aalaga sa kanya doon. At the same time, iniintindi niya pa to. Ako nagtatry tumulong, pero syempre minsan sablay yung mga mga contributions natin. Pero tinatry namin, and yung gusto ko lang sana na hindi na mahirapan ng todo si Mrs. Nakakaawa, awa na ako sa kanya.
Okay. Hindi kayo nagkaka-conflict ngayon? Kasi di ba minsan may mga ganun eh. Bago ikasal.
Totoo pala yun. Kasi yung sabi ko, napaka-bait na tao nun ni Carla. Pero totoo pala nung nag-warning sa akin, di ako naniwala dati. Maingat kasi pag wedding na yung pinag-uusapan, nagkaka-bride sila. Lalabas ng sungay. Kasi, anghel yung sa akin, Mama Mary yun eh. Yun na, first time niya ako mapagalitan.
Bakit ka naman napagalitan?
Kasi yung si Tom na yun, nako, Ewan ko ba sa kanya, guest list na nga lang yung tatrabaho ko. Kaya minsan hindi ako maintindihan. Katulad sa Excel file, napakapulido niyang gumawa. Medyo slow ako. Hirap na hirap ako kung intindi ko na nangyayari. So may mali pala yung nagawa ko at may mga ilan ako nakaligtaan na bagay na admittedly, kasalanan ko. Kaya, sorry mahal.
Ako ng tip sa'yo. Thank you, Tom. Itong tatlo nating mga kasama dito.
Ayos, Rose.
Anyway, ayun. Then, my next question is for Jasmine. Jasmine, nagkasama na rin kayo ni Alden in the past, pero ngayon, siyempre, mas matagal, mas marami kayong scene talaga together, and nag-lockdown taping pa kayo, lock-in taping, sorry. So, ano yung mas mga na-discover mo sa kanya ngayon na hindi mo nakikita before? At saka,
Number niya, Miss Rose.
ano mo na yung number niya? Dati wala. So ngayon meron may exchange of text na, may gano'n na.
Grabe yung chains of text. Meron kami, pagka nag-checkan lang ng parang, uy, nagawa na ba tong exam to? Or swab test na. Yung parang reminder lang sa isa't isa. Kasi kami sa cast, ganun na kami. Parang we check on each other already. Kapag may napansin kaming medyo down for the day, lahat kami, we'll find ways parang kung kakausap dun sa cast member na yun para, alam mo yun, tulungan lang to get to know each other din. And with Alden naman, marami, actually, we've been able to share family stories about each other kasi hindi naman namin alam yung yung background ng isa't isa, and walang enough time before last year nung nagkatrabaho kami, no? So, ito, may mga in-between setup, mga ganong bagay na pagkakwentuhan na. And it's great kasi nakakatulong din siya minsan sa ginagawa namin eksena, or parang tatanungin lang namin kung nangyari na ba yun sa isa't isa para we can share something about each other. And yun, ganun na kami. Nagbibiruan na rin and chill na kami, Miss Rose.
Yeah. Miss Rose, ako may bubuking ako na natuklasan ni Jasmine tungkol kay Alden.
Ay,
Ano yan?
na-share yan.
Ngayon nalaman niya may dimple pala si Alden.
Ayun na. Ayun na. Pero ito, Jasmine, ewan ko kung tama ako, correct me if I'm wrong. Parang ngayon ka lang talaga nakagawa ng isang serye na parang totally romantic drama, no? Tama ba ako? Or sa TV5 before?
Meron akong mga nagawang rom-com sa TV5 before, pero sa tingin ko kasi hindi ko masyadong hindi pulido or hindi ko inaaral masyado nun kung paano dapat. Basta ginagawa ko na lang, para bang robot yung ano ko nun yung galaw ko sa acting nun So, kung ano lang yung sabihin, okay, ganito yung gawin, pero hindi ko binigyan ng ganong kalaling isip or iniintindi noon. Kasi very short lang din yung mga Wattpad presents, ko. So ngayon, at least ito nga, like you noticed, parang first time na yung pagdating sa mga light romantic scenes, yun yung mga usually tinatrabaho ko with Direct Dom. Kasi hindi nga ako sanay sa gano'n, yung kilig, yung parang paano yung pag-kissing scene, may blocking, and I mean, kaya ko yung, kasi sanay din ako sa mga masyadong deep drama, like yung talagang family stories or what's going on in the world sa eksena ng Pilipinas. Hindi ako sanay sa love stories. I think that's right.
Ba, na-enjoy mo ba siya? Paano mo siya tinitingnan? Like kapag nakakabasa ka ng mga comment, parang viewers see you in a different light ngayon di ba? Tama ba?
Yes, pansin ko rin yun. I'm happy kasi at least parang nabibigyan ng panibagong, may refreshment na ako ang inaalay. So at least na-refresh sila sa bagong Jasmine through Leah. If anything, through Leah and also yung pinortray ko last year na Leah. Kasi light, bubbly yung character. Though marami siyang iyak, marami siyang dramatic moments, andun pa rin yung pagiging happy niya as a person. And sanay yung mga tao nakikita ko kasi palaban, galit, or may pinaglalaban, So now it's different. Fresh lang si Leah
Akala ko si Leia yung yung Bisaya version ni Leia.
Si Leia, oo. Dubbed in Bisaya.
Okay. Yun na muna po at mahaba ng tanong ko. Thank you sa inyo.
Thanks, Miss Rose.
It's good to see you again, Miss Rose.
Thank you, Miss
Yeah.
Rose.
Yes,
Ang next po natin na magtatanong ay si Tito Gorgie Rula of Pep. Hello po.
Oh, hi, Tito Gorgs.
Hi, Tito
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, great to see you.
Kay Jasmine muna, just nung nag-start yung nabuo na yung pagmamahala ninyong dalawa ni Louie, yung pagmamahala ni Louie at Lia. Nung na-ere na yon, kumusta yung, I'm sure nakakarating din sa yung mga feedback ng mga fans, di ba? Nahirapan ka rin ba sa pag-adjust? Lalo na may mga nakakarating sa'yo ng mga comments from the fans at hindi ko na maalala, parang may pinatulan ka parang meron ka ng sinagot.
Meron po isa sa Instagram, Tito Gorgie. Sabi niya kasi, inis na daw siya kay Louie kasi ayaw daw mag-give
Oo.
Louie, paulit-ulit na.
Parang arte daw, ganon.
Opo.
Ikaw na yung
Pero
nag-respond.
may ganun po talagang tao sa totoong buhay, Tito Gorgie, diba? Yung
Yes.
tipong hindi nila na-reach yung saturation point nila sa taong gusto nila or minamahal nila, hindi sila mag-give up. So, parang gets ko yung inis niya, naiintindihan ko kung saan galing yon kasi as a viewer, gusto mo, iba naman yung makita mong portrayal ng character, iba naman yung kwento na mapanood mo kasi parang siguro na-realize niya may nangyari ng ganun sa totoong buhay niya. Baka siya, ganun siya, hindi rin siya marunong mag-give up, no? Kaya siya naiinis as a viewer. Pero, ganun that's real life. Human si Louie and may mga ganun. Si Lia naman, nakakainis din kasi imbis na diretsuhin na lang si Louie, sabihin na lang niya yung nararamdaman niya, nilaro niya pa si Louie. So, I mean, I enjoy reading all the comments and ako po, I share some of them with Direct Tom, especially, or kapag may mga terms na yung mga fans na nakukoin tulad ng mga kissing scenes ni Louie at ni Lia, tinatawag nilang mukbang kasi daw, parang only. It just keeps on happening.
Tinodo na.
Oo, tinotodo lagi. So, there are those things that I enjoy noticing sa mga viewers natin. And our writers even, no, nakikipag-Twitter party sila sa viewers natin.
Yeah.
Diba?
Si Miss
May
Glenn,
point
nakikita
silang-
ko Sabi ko, Miss Glenn, kung makapag-tweet ka, parang di mo alam mangyayari.
I know, exactly. Tsaka may term na rin po yung mga viewers namin. Ang tawag na po sa kanila, betweeners. So, sila na po ang mga aming viewers, ang betweeners. So, it's fun, Tito Gorgie. I enjoy it.
Pero, yeah, of course. Pero kaya lang minsan, parang, di ba parang hirap na rin ng adjustment. Iba na ngayon, lalo na ngayong pandemic. Parang, kailangan ba talaga ibase natin sa ng mga fans, sa mga comments, sa mga suggestions nila? Parang doon na tayo. Kailangan talaga pakinggan ba natin? Di ba? Parang, well, si Kelly, first time pa lang niya kasi I'm sure hindi pa siya, like sa iyo na-experience niyo na before, di ba? Iba, si Sid, si Tom. Dati naman, hindi naman sila ganun ka-involved, di ba? Pero ngayon, kumusta ba? Okay lang ba sa inyo yon? Na minsan lahat parang pinapakialaman na nila. Parang mas marami pa kayong alam sa amin. Parang ganun, di ba? Minsan nakakainis na rin. Hindi ba kayo nakakaramdam ng
Hindi naman kasi lahat naman yung parte ng parang Ricardo's, parte ng kwento talaga na kailangan pagdaanan. Pero dati nga, Tito Gorgie, yun yung nangyayari na nababago yung kwento based sa comments ng viewers. Yung kagandahan ngayon, buo na yung script. So gusto yung Manila hindi, nakalatag na talaga at lahat yun importante. Importante sa bawat tuhog ng kwento. Yung mga nangyayaring kinainisan nila ngayon, may rason kasi later on magkakaroon ng payoff na napapanindigan. Kaysa dati na minsan wala pa yung script, darating pa lang each week, nababago yung nangyayari. So dito parang ginagawa lang namin barometer pero hindi naman namin binabase yung ginagawa namin based sa comments. Feeling ko.
Oo.
Ay, cute.
Oh, ang likot kasi. Tapos, yung, pero ikaw, Jasmine, hindi ka, kasi parang first yata, parang nainis sa'yo yung mga fans, lalo yung mga, kay Alden, yung mga fans ni Alden, dahil parang pinapahirapan mo raw, parang gano'n. Hindi ka pinapahirapan din sa gano'n, sa pag-adjust sa ganun situation.
Okay lang po. Nilalaro ko na lang po sila kasi yun din naman parang nakikipaglaro lang din sila sa tweets, sa feedback. And like Tom said po, dahil tapos na naman yung pagsulat ng kwento, hindi naman po namin binabago na. So parang tinitease na lang namin sila kapag may mga request sila na sana ganito yung mangyari. Ano mo na lang sila, hahanapan mo na lang din ng angulo para bang minamasahe mo rin kung saan mapupunta yung utak nila, saan nila tingin mapupunta yung kwento, ano ba yung gusto nilang abangan, yun ba talaga ang gusto nilang abangan. So, yun po, parang part na rin kami sa pagtulong ng nila, pagka-market towards
Yeah.
them.
Just i-add ko din, ang sarap, Tito Gorgie, na nababasa na ngayon. First time ko mabasa yun na natutuwa sila pag meron silang inisip na akala nila dito pupunta yung kwento. Ay, hindi, ganito pala. Oh, first time yun na nabali yung expectations ko, na nakakataba ng puso. Kasi ako, for me, it's the first time na na-experience ko yung gano'n dito lang sa show na to.
Opo.
Involved sila. Thank you, Jazz. Diretso ko na rin ang tanong kay Kelly kasi may mga nababasa rin akong comments. Parang it's more on, parang feedback na, I hope you don't mind, Jasmine, kasi yung ibang mga ibang mga comments sa ibang mga fans, parang nakikita nila, parang ay bagay din pala si Alden at saka si Kelly. Parang if sa halip na mainis sila, parang nagustuhan din naman na parang na-feel mo rin yun, nababasa, nakarating na sa mga ganong comments, Kelly, na parang type ka rin pala nila makapartner ni Alden.
Opo, actually, because I'm not really a Twitter user, pero alam ko when I have a lot of notifications, that's the time siguro that in that episode, may ginawa si Leah that nakakainis. So, when Leah is not like a likable character in that episode or that scene, the fans will push for Audrey and Louie. So, I mean, ibig sabihin yun, Ate Jazz, like, you're so effective talaga that
Effective ka rin. Kasi
parang last week lang yun, di ba parang sinoplam nga ni Audrey si Leah.
Nakatikim siya eh.
Oo.
I mean, it really goes to show po that the thoughts that went into the character development, it really pays off. Like Kuya Tom said, that everything that the characters have done in the past, it all has a reason po. It all has a meaning. And you see that as the episodes come along. So, for Audrey's development, ako kasi, I did a contributor role before. I'm still starting pa lang as an actor, but I did a contributor role, and I really struggled with that because I didn't get to relate to her in any way. And I think I just got bashed, like not even bashed as the character, but bashed as me, as Kelly. Personally, and they always say like, oh, if you get bashed because as a contributor, it means you're effective. But it's different for me. It felt different when I was being bashed as Kelly compared to if I'm being bashed as Audrey. And when I took this role, I was so worried about being a contributor again. But I was allowed to have my own approach to her, to be a relatable character and a likable character, and may qualities si Audrey that people like. And that I just got really natuwa lang ako sa fans and the supporters of not just the Ludre, but also as Audrey. Even if she does something wrong or scheming, parang people still like her. And I know that the sis thing and the dimple thing was actually wala akong intent that would be something that was memorable pa sa character niya. It just kind of came out when I was acting it out. And that's probably one of my favorite things about Audrey. Meron siyang things like words that kind of sticks in people's minds. So I don't know, I'm just very happy with the feedback, and it makes me want to work harder po on Audrey's character.
Kelly, na-enjoy mo na rin talaga yung acting. So, itabi mo na ba you're still planning to join sa Miss Universe Philippines? Sabi mo yun.
I would say that I'm always open-minded po, even sa project na to. Even the first time that I joined the pageant, I never planned to join or expected that I would, but it just so happened. So with the same mindset po, I'm open to joining in the future, but with this project, it was really an eye opener for me that I really love to act and I want to develop that skill. And that's probably going to be my focus, at least for the next year. And we'll see if there's an opportunity for me to pursue pageants. Baka, I'll do it. But I will never close the door on it forever.
Nag-react si Kuya Eugene Asis, magkamukha raw pala kayo ni ni Jasmine.
I like that.
Sabi ni Tito Rex po, he's here. Si Tito Rex mo rin dito.
Ay, kay Tito Rex, actually nag-message siya sa akin eh.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Kelly. Next to Sid. Sid, okay ka na ba? Or may...
Hi, I'm here. Yeah.
Yes. Sid,
Nice.
hindi ko lang maalala, pero kung first time mo, or I don't know kung may nagawa ka na rin projects before nakasama mo si Jacqueline, si Tita Jane mo.
Yes, with Tita Jane, I worked with her a couple of times na. One of my first movies was with her, TV, many times actually.
Marami na rin. So
Yeah.
wala namang problema. I mean, komportable na rin naman kayo sa isa ni Tita Jane.
Yeah, sobra. It's something I look forward to. When I found out I was going to be working with her, I automatically felt safe, like I was going to be home, because it's always nice to be working with family, especially Tita Jane was my first on-screen mom, I think. No, in a movie, and then we stayed there for like 28 days, I think. So she just changed the way I did my job with one scene. So every time I'm going to be working with her, I'm always excited. I always joke around because every time they ask me how is it like working with Tita Jane, I was like, I wish I don't have to have scenes with her. And they're like, why? So I'm like, because it's like I have to work extra hard, and she will squeeze everything out of you, which feels really good, but it's really draining.
Well, nasagot mo rin, may pinadala question before sa Corpcom na sabi mo sana forever ka na sa kapuso. So, still hoping na sana masundan pa to after the world between us.
I'm going to be honest. The only reason why I'm always moving is because I'm not a very, 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 I don't handle myself very well. And I'm hoping that now I'm older, I can stay.
Sana more projects.
Yeah, I'm like a prodigal child. My gosh, I'm glad to be home though.
Okay, thank you, and good luck, Sid. Last na lang kay Tom. Kanina natatanong ko sa inyo yung mga wedding preparations niyo ni Carla. Pero ang gusto ko lang malaman, after the wedding, may mga changes ba? May mababago? May mga mababago pa lalo na sa career ninyo, sa trabaho ninyo? May mga malilimit na ba or what? Ano ang napagkasunduan ninyo ni Carla?
Sa malaking change, gagawa kami ng baby.
Ayun na talaga, no?
Agad. Ni-request ko sabi, pwede ba agad pagkatapos? Sabi, agad? Can't be when you... No, agad na. Kaya buti na papayag ko para makadalawa pa kami.
So gusto mo after the wedding, hindi mo na siya mag-work, karirin mo na yung baby?
Nasa sa kanya yun. Dito Gorgie. Feeling ko naman, it'll be, like, sinabi niya na naman na she wants to focus din on being a mother. But at the same time, syempre, hindi niya maalis sa sarili niya na, na mahal niya yung craft, mahal niya yung trabaho niya. Nasa sa kanya yun. So, from the both of us, like, sinabi nga namin dati, nagkataon lang ngayon, nasabay kami nagtatrabaho. Pero na-experience na namin yung salitan kami. So kung kahit ganon, kahit ako yung maiwan nakasama yung maging baby namin, tatrabaho siya, no problem.
Okay lang.
We will adjust to kung ano man yung itatapon ng buhay sa amin na mga suliranin.
Pero mas preferred mo ba, mas gusto mo ba sana na kung pwede ikaw na lang muna mag-work at mag-focus na siya as wife and mother na rin?
Yun, Tito Gorgie, sa akin wala akong ganun Katulad sinabi ko, bukod sa mahal na mahal ko yung tao, nauna ko siya nakilala sa sining niya. At parte na rin yun ng minahal ko sa kanya. So kung siya yung isa sa mga tao na pumukaw nung ganung klaseng passion sa sarili ko, nung mga times na gusto kong mag-give up, nung wala akong tiwala sa sarili ko, kikitipin ko ba yung sa kanya? Na parang napaka-unfair naman na siya yung bumuhay sa ganung klaseng pag-appreciate sa sining na ginagawa namin. Tapos ako gagawin ko sa kanya, papatigilin ko. Ang sama. So for me, I don't want to. Nasa sa kanya yun. It's completely up to her. I don't want to pressure her into anything.
Last na lang, Tom, hindi kasi na-share sa vlog ninyo eh. Yung parang pamamanhikan dun sa daddy niya kay
Oh,
Jay. Ano kung briefly lang pwedeng ma-share lang sa amin kwento what happened? Kamusta yung
kinabahan ako. Kami, nakita ko si Papa, si Sir Ray. Namuntig yung tenga, tapos namula, tapos gumanon. Sabi ko, oh Lord, ano mangyayari? Pero kasi sabi niya, I'm happy for you. And dyan si Tito Jojo ni Carla was there as well. So sabi si Tito Jojo, I knew it. Sabi ko na nga ba eh. So he was very supportive, he was very happy. And enjoy lang kami. After that, kain kami, dala kami ng food din doon. Naghahain din sila Ma'am Sheila, tsaka sila Sir Ray, naghahain ng pagkain. So we had a very, very nice night na usapan lang from be weddings, life in general, kung ano-ano yung mga naging topics namin that night. Buti, boto siya.
gusto naman niya noon pa. Okay.
Yeah.
Sige, thank you. Thank you and good luck sa the world.
Thank you, Tito Gorgs.
Bye.
Thank you po, Tito Gorgie. Our next set of questions is from Claire Laig of GMA News Online. Hello, Claire.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hey, Claire.
So you answered na about World Between Us and the season break already. So I just thought it would be fun to ask you kung meron kayong message sa ninyo, sa mga character ninyo. Kasi kanina na-mention nyo na kayo rin pala ay emotionally invested sa mga pangyayari. So kahit short lang for the fans.
Sure. I'll go first. My message to Leah, tama ba? My message to Leah, right? Message
I want to hear this.
Leah girl, okay. Time will come when your heart will tell you what's not to do and what is appropriate to do. But also at the same time, consult your brain and consult the people around
Real talk.
Find friends, Leah, who will guide you and be a light for you in times na you can't be the light for yourself. Ayusin mo yung buhay mo, girl. Yun lang.
Real talk, oh.
I love Leah, but she gotta align herself. She's gotta find that alignment.
Right. So, Tom?
Pwede si Ate Kelly muna para...
Go. Sige, okay lang. Miss Kelly?
Ate
ready?
Kelly.
Ate, talaga. Audrey, gusto ko lang sabihin na proud ako sa iyo kasi you're really maturing. Wow, I'm like talking to myself. Oh my God. Alam mo na yung priorities mo sa buhay mo, it's and how to deal with people and deal with obstacles that you may encounter, Leah. So, yun lang. I hope that you continue to focus on yourself. Well, Max? Okay.
All right, thank you.
Nagkamali ako. Dapat pala hindi ko pinauna si Ate Kelly. Nagawa tuloy ako na sabihin. No, pero I'll go ahead. Kay Brian, Brian, siguro kailangan mas kilalanin mo pa yung sarili mo kasi masaya ka ba talaga sa mga pinaggagawa mo sa buhay? Nakakatulong ba siya? Does it get you fulfillment? Yung puro nasa sarili mo na lang yung umiikot yung mundo. Gusto mo makuha yung ganito, pagmamahal ng ibang tao, gusto mo makuha yung kumpanya, gusto mo makuha yung ganito. Puro gusto mo na lang, hindi mo nakikita kung ano yung gusto ng iba at kung ano yung nararapat. At pakiramdam ko, hindi ka masaya at hindi ka sasaya kung hindi mo titingnan talaga kung ano yung laman ng puso mo.
Wow, okay, thank you. And Sir Sid?
All right. Eric? My God. Do you have parents? Okay, no, but seriously, sige, let me talk to Eric seriously. Seriously, Eric, I think you're a really, really cool guy. You're driven. You are intelligent. You are resourceful. And you're very likable. But, being likable isn't, gonna get you all the way. It's really you have to take into consideration other people's feelings and other people's wants and what they have planned for themselves and things like that, because the world does not revolve around you. Now, I may be just saying things or what, but I think there are professionals that actually get paid to talk to you about these things. And I think everybody in the cast should talk to that doctor.
Alright. So I'm
The
sure
cast, sorry, everybody in the show pala.
Alright. I'm sure maraming fans yung makaka-relate sa mga sinabi niyo. So, last questions na lang are for Tom, syempre, for GMA News Online. Recently, well, not too long ago, you wrote a poem for Miss Carla, and everyone thought,
The birthday one?
yeah, everyone thought it was very sweet. So a lot of them are wondering lang, what's the vow gonna be like? So have you started writing it, and what can you tell us about it?
Not
It's
yet.
gonna be a rap.
Yeah. Just I'm gonna ask the priest to do the beat. Hey, yo, father, give me your beat. Yo, mama, alam mo naman na. I don't like pre-planning it kasi I can only write as I feel it. Parang sa birthday niya, I wrote it on the day itself. So pag nararamdaman ko yung bugso, siyempre since Carla has been my muse for so very long, and I'm so glad and thankful na dyan siya. Lagi ganyan na nauhugot yung mga ganong klaseng hugot line sa akin. So I'm gonna do it pag malapit na when it's close to there. Siyempre, you already feel the gist of it. Pero mabubuo talaga siya pag andyan na, pag malapit na yung wedding.
What do you think the people's reaction is gonna be sa mga guests ninyo?
Wala akong pakialam! Basta siya lang. Andun lang ako. Para sa kanya ko sasabihin. Siya yung mundo ko sa mga sandaling yun. Sa kanya ako magpo-focus. Hindi ko isipin yung ibang tao.
Alright, that's very sweet. So last na lang, speaking of reactions, did Carla watch World Between Us, and what did she think about your character? Like, anong reaction niya kapag pinapanood niya?
Pati siya Gina G. Pati siya Gigi. Sabi, Daddy, ang bad mo. Buti na lang cute ka. Sabi.
Right.
Yung last part din, dinagdag ko lang yun. Sorry.
Right. Sorry. Isingit ko na lang din. Maraming nagtatanong. Since you revealed na you have baby plans na pala, you're open to having a child. Do you have any name? Children. So, do you have any names planned na or names in mind that you
I always suggest names. Ako pa naman, ako nagpapangalan sa mga aso namin. Kung ito, Pabli Luis Mott. Sabi niya, Daddy, why always 3 names? Mas gusto ko lang parang tunog pag gano'n. Kaya marami akong binabatong pangalan. So far, na-shut down. Pero mga pangalan naman totoo, hindi na mga tulog. Iba, Optimus Prime Mott, Optimus Prime Rodriguez, mga ganun. So, ano naman?
Timothy Mark.
Sid. Mga ganun, dude. Mga ganun. Timothy Mark. Ganda ng mga names. Carla, gusto niya, isa lang. Come on. So, ipaglalaban ko yon. Maganda yung, talaga. Bartolome Alberto. Ang bantot ng pangalan.
All right. Thank you so much and enjoy your break.
Thank you.
That's it for me, Jill. Thank you so much.
There. And so some of our press din po sent in their questions. This one is from Sir Jerry Donato of Philippine Star. So the question is for everyone. Ang question po niya, what do you usually do when there's a break from acting?
I watch a lot of series and films para I can just parang pag sa working mind ko on how to criticize myself, then I start nitpicking at other people's acting para I can apply the same to myself or just enjoy the show and de-stress. Take care of my dogs. Just day by day, mga kailangan gawin talaga. Exercise, kain, tulog, alaga, ganyan.
Nang? Sino?
Baka ng mga aso. Ayan, tinatahulan ako ng aso ko. Timmy yan.
I'll do it now. So same thing. My break from acting is always time for myself. And when I say myself, that's my daughter and everything else that I do to try and entertain myself while there's no work. So that's video games, music, sports. That's it. Anime, movies, TV, anything to feed the imagination, experience, period.
Ako next. Ako din, similar. I love music. I like to watch documentaries. Yung pang stimulation po for my mind because I struggle to read books. I always fall asleep. So if I feel like I should be learning something new, I tend to watch documentaries. And I like to study new things also. So yung mga like, diba, Kuya Tom, you do a lot of online courses. Nag-start na rin ako sa app that they're like just random things that you can learn and just to, you know, keep my mind flowing because it, especially like during the pandemic, where like it's so easy to get into a kind of a slump and just trying to remain active mentally. And also always trying to go to work out, but I really struggle if there's no gym. So I try not to stress about that and focus on other things and until the gyms are open.
What are you learning?
What are you using? Para tayo.
Yeah. What are you learning?
What am I learning? Oh, I'm biology and also like I'm doing some like building stuff as well. So architecture and everything, random stuff.
What that? Yeah, galing ni Kelly. She was doing her drawing on my perspective. I think I showed it to you, Timmy, no?
Which
When we were
one?
jamming. Yung drawing ni Kelly, she did her bathroom ba yun? Was that a bathroom?
Yes, the bathroom.
Yeah.
And now, kasi
Galing.
my mom is building a house on her farm. So sabi ko, I'll be the architecture na lang. So I'm doing like the design for that. So I'm learning the software then. So it's a good way to like be productive, I think.
Nadaya nga ako, I thought it was a 3D program, pero mano-mano pala din knowing. Pero what app was that? What app are you using for
Right
the
now,
learning?
I forgot. It's something Planner 5D. So
No, I mean the learning one for the courses.
I'm using Coursera.
Coursera. Oh, yeah. I've tried, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes. How about
Cool.
Tom?
Ako, adulting, pero hindi ko siya gusto. Lord, hindi ko siya gusto.
Sayo na yan, Tom.
Oh.
Ay, pwede ba video games lang ako? Pwede mo wala ka sa high school, no? Assignment lang yung pinoproblema ko. Lord, hindi tumitigil yung buhay, pero wala. Sabi nga, kung ka Carla the other day, we can't hindi pwedeng yung buhay yung mag-adjust sa atin. Tayo mag-adjust sa buhay. So kung may konting panahon na sa Venn diagram or sa pie chart na nakakain ng adulting, yung konting natitira yon para sa loved ones and para since ngayon na magkakaiwalay kami, para sa sarili, sa mga hobbies and interests. Lord.
Okay. So, ang second question po still from Sir Jerry Donato. How do you stay connected with your character after the break?
The set reminds you. Go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead.
The set reminds you. Sometimes you kind of need a refresher, but once everybody gets together, once you see your director, your producer, everybody, you kind of like fall back. It's kind of like how you carry yourself when you're with your friends and how you carry yourself when you get back home. It's kind of like that because when you start a new show, you kind of decide slowly on how things are going to be as that person. And certain stimuli just suck you right back in. Maybe it's harder for certain roles, but I think for this one's going to be so easy because we've had like enough time together and experiences together to actually just bring us back down.
Yeah, agree with that. Agree. Ako din naman, it's instant. Yeah, once you're on the set, once you put on the clothes. Pero if I'm trying to like warm up to it, nang nasa quarantine pa kami, I'm glad I made the playlist that I made kasi is very customized to my role. So there's a lot of like a storyline that I can follow when I'm taking a shower, o kaya kapag nakaupo lang ako, nagmumuni-muni, reading through the scripts again. It helps me kind of live through the life of Leah again and feel like I'm bringing her back to the stage na she needs to be back at. So it helps. So sometimes I stop at a certain song because I'm like, okay, wala pa siya doon, hindi niya pa na-experience yon. So there are things like that that I like to play around with, or like I have a weekly summarization, so rereading that. I need I need something tangible minsan also, which is in the clothes, the set, and all of that. But then pagka wala pa yon, di pa available yon, sa playlist muna ako ni Leah. Bilang yun naman din yung pagkatao niya, mahilig makinig ng music.
Is this on Spotify?
Yeah.
Is it public? Are you gonna share? That's awesome. Like Leah's
I think she did
playlist, that's a
before.
good idea.
Right? Right? Okay, sige
Yeah,
na.
I'd love to hear it. Yeah.
Share
Maybe
it.
Cool.
Taylor Swift, mga ganon.
Just post it or something. Tweet it. People will be interested. That's amazing.
Prepare it.
Ako naman, honestly, before sa mga acting projects ko dati, I would usually only watch my own scenes. And even then, sometimes I don't. This was before. Pero sa show na to, I've been watching the full episodes para I can really just be like engrossed in the sort of yung level of emotions and what's going on in the storyline. Para yung character ko is also pantay po siya with the other characters. So that's helped me to think about, okay, sa mga susunod na mangyayari, how should Audrey react? And that's helped me to really just keep in mind of my character, even if we're not taping, because I always watch the shows like on YouTube and the GMA full episodes.
Tom, do you have anything?
Yeah, same kami ni Ate Kelly. No, I watched the other day. I've been watching the episode. I tried to make it a point na mag-catch up pa din. Pero I treat it, it's a weird thing. I treat it as a memory, almost parang memory ng character, especially if it's scenes that he's directly involved in. Na parang yun yung memory niya, parang nare-refresh din siya sa utak ko. Kasi yun din yung fear na pagbalik mo, ano kakasama. But katulad ng sinabi ni Sid, ni Timmy, yeah, totoo pala yun. I realized that when he said it na when you go back, parang may naka-program na or naka-anchor na emotions and thoughts within the set, the production, the people you're with, na may bumabalik. Ngayon ko lang din na-realize nung sinabi niya.
Okay, and last question from Sir Jerry is, how's love life and family life?
Sa inyo na yan, guys.
Ako okay. Yun lang sabi ko. Okay.
Okay, Jasmine Curtis Smith. Ano ka mo sa love life?
Gusto ko yung ganun pa yung mic ni TV, bagay.
Ano ba?
Ito nasa radio, hot seat ako ngayon sa radio. Ayun na nga po, just, our family life has been good. Nandito si ate ngayon. I spend a lot of time with my niece. So, nagpapakatita muna ako, literal na tita. Bilang, I love taking care of babies and being there whenever I'm needed by my niece. I love the feeling of being needed kasi. So, I take every opportunity to feel needed by my niece. And love is happy. Love is shared. Love is everywhere. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love is all you need.
Yeah.
Kelly Day, ano masasabi mo? Meron bang initials?
Wala talaga. Actually, I'd say wala akong love life. And it's, siguro, honestly, it's one of the first times, siguro, that I've really actively chosen to be single. And I think, honestly, the pandemic taught me to really cherish my family. So yung the love that I have in myself is really, I'm giving it to my family right now. Most of my time is checking up on them, helping them, and just communicating with them, and feels good. So, yeah, I'm single. Well, but it's good. It's okay. It's really okay. It's fine.
It's my turn.
Iiyak na yan. Akala ko yan si Kelly.
Crying on the inside. Well, for me, family life has been much better because, well, immediate family, like my brothers and sisters and my mom, we get to spend a lot more time together. We have more meals together because we don't really go out, right? With my daughter, it's not as easy because she lives in a totally different city, so it's harder to just get in there. But we do get to spend a lot of time together online nga lang, but it's better than nothing. And it's nice to know that she looks forward to our phone calls. Love life? I think I'm with Kelly there. Yeah. My love is reserved for Halo Eve Eigenman forever. And I think I'm going to stay this way for the rest of my life.
Okay lang yan.
Okay nga lang talaga.
Okay. So this next set of questions naman po is from Nikki Wang of Manila Standard. So this is for Tom and Jasmine. Personally, how do you feel about the emotions of your characters? Show in the last 5 episodes before the season break. How do you empathize with your character's emotional dilemma?
Sis?
With Leah kasi I understand how in those 5 years or 6 years that she was gone, wala siyang narinig from Louie. And she didn't know that the one person she was close to was still in touch with Louie, and we got closer together pa. So, I understand her pain because she left ng walang, hindi niya alam na nandun si Louie sa airport. Hindi na nga paramdam ni Louie. Andun lang si Louie. Sana nag-hello na lang siya. Psst, gumana lang siya, diba?
Kasalanan ng kuya mo yun.
O kasi kuya gusto mo pang bugbugin eh.
So, ako na kayo nasakal nun eh.
Nang hamon ka kasi. So, yan yung mga wag tularan, di ba? Wag mga hamon para hindi maano into a fight, mahamon into a fight. But anyway, when it comes to her, I really understand her being so confused. Alam mo, nakakainis talaga yung ginagawa niya kay Louie and yung nangyayari sa paano niya hinahandle yung situation. Pero at the end of the day, if you're left in the dark as a person and hindi mo alam yung mga certain things na yon, si Louie lang naman may alam or si Kuya Brian lang may alam, sila may mga kasunduan sila. Ang alam ko lang yung pinakita mo sa akin, Louie. So, for Leah, that's very confusing because alam niyo yung nakikita nating metaphor na iceberg na ito lang yung nakikita ng tao, pero ang laki pa pala ng iceberg. Yun si Leah, ganun siya. Ang nakikita lang natin is yung paglaro niya kay Louie, na ayaw niya kay Louie, you know, but then there's underneath the water, there's so many layers of pain that she had to endure in those 5 years. Kaya nga sila naging close ni Eric, diba? So may reason yun kasi she was looking for somewhere to place those feelings na parang hindi niya alam saan ilulugar yun eh. Kasi bigla na lang nawala sa kanya si Louie. And she was able to find and put that into someone else. Unfair, but clearly hindi siya guided very well by her brother or by her mom. Kasi may kanya-kanya silang drama din sa life nila. And that happens in life, you know. Sometimes you grow up expecting that you will learn all your lessons from your mom, your dad, your older sibling. But there are times when ikaw as a person, you need to pick yourself up and start learning on your own because you cannot always expect to be taught lessons by someone else. You have to learn from your own experiences. So dun naiinis yung tao and dun ko naiintindihan yung inis kay Leah. So with that, I conclude. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk, Chaz. Yan.
Ako, awang-awa ako kay Brian. Pero umaabot ako sa punto na hindi sapat yung awa para konsintihin yung mga mali niyang ginagawa. Na I find him to be very tragic. Sobra kasi, for me, yung take ko kay Brian, mahal na mahal niya talaga yung mga tao sa paligid niya. May pagmamahal sa Kayachi, may pagmamahal siyempre sa nanay niya, kay Ma'am Rachel, pagmamahal niya sa kapatid niya, at si Louie din, mahal niya, minahal niya bilang kapatid. Mali lang yung pagpapakita niya. Pero para sa kanya, sa loob-looban niya, mahal niya yung tao. Kaya ganun na lang yung gusto niyang pananakit sa kanya, doon nagmumula din in a way na ang weird, parang bata lang, immature talaga mag-isip na sinasaktan niya dahil feeling niya nasaktan siya ng mahal niya, kaya mas masakit sa kanya. Kasi kung iba yung mananakit sa kanya, yung hindi niya kilala, wala siyang pakialam. Pero dahil ito, nasaktan siya ng taong akala niya nandun sa loob ng armor niya, ng defenses niya. Mas masakit sa kanya, kaya ganun na lang yung gigil niya na gumante. Lalo yung pakiramdam niya talaga parang na-traitor siya ni Louie dahil sa namagitan sa kanila ni Leah. So parang mas pinersonal niya. Ganun pa man, sana talaga, Brian, bago ka na. Paulit-ulit na lang parang 2 beses natin nakikita ngayon na nung umpisa nagpapadala siya sa galit at sa gusto niya mangyari. To the point na mananakot lang siya, tinakot niya si Louie at Leah na hindi sila magkatuluyan nung mga bata pa sila na nasa college pa lang. To the point na kinailangan na niyang manakit. Nakaalis siya, nagkaroon ng reset. Ngayon bumabalik siya at nakikita natin hindi pa niya natutunan yung leksyon niya. Umuulit na naman. Kung ano yung mga mismong nangyari dati, umuulit na naman. So ngayon, andun na naman siya na gusto niya na namang manakit ng ibang tao in an emotional way para lang makaganti sa mga mahal niya. So andun na siya ngayon na ultimo kapatid niya, pinagsisilosan niya. Dahil lang sa kagusto niya makuha yung kumpanya na ano ba yung worth ng kumpanya niya sa kanya? Makakapagpasaya ba talaga sa kanya yon? Pero wala dahil he just wants to hurt them. He just wants to feel like he means something na may worth siya na matagal niya nang hindi nararamdaman. Naawa ako sa kanya pero hindi ako sang-ayon sa mga ginagawa niya talaga.
Okay, so still from Sir Nicky Wang, this is for Sid and Kelly naman po. Will your characters be still part of the series after the season break? If so, what can the viewers expect from them?
Yes, my character will still be there. And I have to say it without giving anything away. Sabihin ko na lang ulit that ako personally, I like what Audrey will become in the coming episodes. So I thought that could be she goes crazy or she doesn't. I don't want to say anything. But I think I like her development.
Eric Carlos will be there after the break. Will he be the same Eric Carlos? I don't know. Will be a better version? I don't know. Will be an exciting version? Interesting version? Maybe, definitely, I don't know. But I can tell you, I am having the time of my life playing this guy on a good day and on a bad day. For Eric Carlos, not me, but his good day or bad day, I love playing him, especially my scenes with Tom. That's super fun.
Dude, I love those scenes.
Yeah, but other than that, if you're really asking me what's up for Eric, it's really difficult to answer. But this next leg kasi is going to be where everything is just gonna go, as Tom would say. Beep, 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 beep.
Nakikita ko lang sa TikTok si Tita Jane may TikTok siyang ganun, nakikita ko.
Yeah, so that's my answer.
Okay, so this question's naman po from Tom Purnell of Pika Pika. So this one is for Jasmine. Sa character mo na si Leah ngayon na tinitiis si Louie, kaya mo rin bang gawin yon sa personal na buhay? Ma-experience ka ba na may tiniis ka rin na hindi pansinin sa mga loved ones mo?
Loved ones. So kahit sino naman, hindi naman specifically like suitor or
In
jowa.
loved one.
And hindi in loved one. Yeah, I can do that. I'm the type of person who can do that. It's annoying kasi I hate the trait about myself. Pero I'm the type who can really wait till the saturation point. Yeah.
Okay. So this one is for Sid naman po. Nakaka-relate ka ba sa character mo na si Eric Carlos? Anong masasabi mo sa mga guys na nagiging panakiputa sa isang relasyon?
Like, oh, like, I don't understand the question. Anong masasabi ko sa mga guys na, is that what Eric is? Panakiputas?
Oh no. Sorry.
Okay.
Sakit yarn.
Wait, can you hear the question again one last time? I'm really sorry.
It's okay. So, ang question po niya, nakaka-relate ka ba sa character mo na si Eric Carlos? Anong masasabi mo sa mga guys na nagiging panakiputa sa isang relasyon?
Okay, yung first question, yes, I do get to relate with him. I don't understand him sometimes. No, wait, let's get back there. No, I do relate with him. I don't agree with him most of the time. But if you strip away all the other factors that led him to his decisions, if you just focus on just the want, that's where I can understand him, because he's in love. Now the question is it the idea of the person, or is it the idea of the person in his world, in his mind, or is it like a genuine affection for another person? But that question, it doesn't matter anymore if you're just gonna ask me if I do get to relate with him, because I do, and I know what it's like to fall in love, and I know what it's like to fall in love with the wrong person or think you're in love with someone. So yes, I do. In terms of not to other people, what I can say to them if they were in the same situation as Eric, I think it's the same thing I would say to anybody in love. If you really truly love the person, that person's acceptance of you or an inability to accept you the way you see yourself in that person's life, if you really truly love that person, then you would be able to respect that. And then sometimes it's better to end up being friends with somebody, even though you used to be or are in love with that person, than to completely lose that person for the rest of your life. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so this question naman po is from Sir Richard Paglikawan of Lionheart TV. So his question is also for everyone. Alam namin na as professionals, mga artists, nag-ready talaga kayo bago sumalang sa set. Tanong ko lang, gaano ka-frustrating sa inyo na nakaset ng isang bagay like this? Supposedly, nasa bubble na kayo taping new episodes before the series and hindi natuloy.
Super frustrating, especially for me. And like I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody. Super frustrating because like there are some decisions. Like we're not just professionals. We have our personal lives, and then some of the things that we have to decide on in our personal lives. Some of the things that we have to most of the time decide on things in our personal life to help out our professional lives. For example, I already accepted the fact that I wasn't going to see my daughter on her birthday. And then given that situation, even though I went home, it wasn't as if I was going to be able to see her anyway, because they all made plans and I wasn't part of that. And I couldn't just put myself in, right? So there are a lot of sacrifices made to make being in lock-in feasible. Like, for example, who's going to take care of the bills, the dogs, the cats, everybody in the house or whatever. So many preparation has to get into that. It's like you're leaving the country and you're going to leave your house with someone. Parang ganun eh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nakakadismaya and hindi naman nakakawalang gana, nakakahinayang. But can you imagine how the production feels? Because on a business point of view, this should not happen. Oh my gosh. But now that it's happening, I can say for everyone when I say this, to make it as great as possible, given the extra time that we have.
I second the motion and emotion.
Oh yeah, definitely. And ano din kasi syempre, parang momentum din yun, di ba? Ng lahat ng tao who's been able to prepare na rin yung mindset nila hanggang kailan. And yun nga, kasi hindi na siya parang yung dating tiping na uwian. So, yung pagbablocking ng lahat, apektado din yung ibang trabaho ng ibang cast members or ibang mga crew members. Baka meron na rin silang nakometa na ibang project where they will also be part of the team. So, it's not just about us, but at the same time, if you're asking us in our mindset as actors, syempre, ano yun, parang nagpreno ka ng matindi, tapos yung seatbelt gumanon sa'yo.
Yeah.
So, it's not something you want,
May
but
whiplash ng konti.
wait lang, ganyan, dyan ka lang, and it's something na you can't do anything about because it's also in these times. So, yun na nga, tulad ng sabi ni Sid, if it's painful for us, with the costs, with, the rescheduling of everything, it's stressful for the whole team as well. And I think I remember talking to Direct Dom, sabi niya, ganun talaga ang production ganun talaga ang buhay natin sa industriyang to, hindi naman tayo 9 to 5 na alam natin Monday to Friday 9 to 5 tayo. So, it's just how life is and how life has to be at this moment. And inaaral pa lang natin ngayon paano din masanay or paano ma-settle yung mindset din natin sa mga ganito. Kasi maski ako, I like schedules. I like to stick to schedules. So when things go out of plan, parang, ano nangyari? Nasaan ako? Yung ganon.
Pero mas okay na din to kasi it could have been worse We could have been stopped and taken a break for a much more or a worse reason.
Yes.
Diba? Because
True.
So this is wala tayong magagawa.
Considering we're still very fortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question po niya, with the next lock-in, ano-ano yung nilulook forward ninyo? Syempre sa story at sa samahan ninyo.
Ako na-miss ko lahat.
Ang dami ko gusto sabihin.
Kaya nga, yun na ba, bullet out. I was seeing everyone.
It's not so easy kasi to hang out because syempre we have to stay safe. And so the only times we actually get to hang out is as our characters before our scenes. And then we try to squeeze in. And of course, we know that it's not really advisable. Pero I mean, we're already there anyway. So we squeeze a little bit of ourselves while we're working, like a song or a story or a meal. Yeah.
Then in fact, I'm gonna, dude, kanina I wanted to tell you, nag-LSS ako and I don't even know the lyrics anymore, but the same melody, that song you keep playing. The whole morning. That's the miss ko lang, that vibe na Jasmine just said today was just playing over and over. The melody was stuck in my head like an earworm today.
Yeah, dude.
I miss you guys.
Yeah, after the thing, I was texting everybody, dropping messages lang, just whoever popped into my head that day. Yeah.
Okay. Ito naman po, question for Kelly Days, though from Sir Richard. This teleserye is considered to be Kelly Days' biggest break. Anong feeling now na napanood na yung first part ng teleserye ninyo? Anong nag-change now kahit na nasa season break kayo?
Sorry, last part, sorry?
Anong feeling na napanood na yung first part ng teleserye ninyo? And anong nag-change now kahit na nasa season break kayo?
Wait, I'm not sure I understand the question. Sorry. It's
I think, ano po yung feeling na napanood na yung first part ng teleserye ninyo?
How do for me, it being my biggest break in my acting career, watching it back, I still can't really believe that it's me. And to be honest, when I watch my scenes, nakaka-cringe. I feel like I'm still, I guess, very self-critical about my performance, and I guess that's a good thing because I think based on the feedback, actually, direct or someone, maybe it wasn't direct, someone advised me in the show na don't get big-headed, but the feedback is really good. And so I'm really not someone to get big-headed. I'm so self-critical. It's actually kind of bad. pero it feels good to have the feedbacks, especially as I really didn't expect na that my performance would be appreciated or have good feedback. And I can honestly just say that it's because of yung mga kasama ko on set. You guys as my co-actors and the production and sila director, just like so uplifting and giving me like the right amount of confidence. And I'm grateful that this role that I have has really become a part of me and given me confidence that actually, siguro I can be an actress pala. Because I would always just get told like, oh, maganda ka or matangkad ka, you can do this, you can do this. But I've never wanted to just get a project just because on how I look, but more so sa skills. So I'm just really taking this opportunity to absorb everything that I can learn from everyone, from such an amazing set of people talaga. So, yun lang, hopefully this will be the start of a path in my life that I didn't expect that I could actually achieve.
Okay, so this one is from Tita Mercy Liharde po. Her question is for Jasmine. Para kay Jasmine, true ba sa loob niya nang sinabi niyang may kilig factor siya kay Alden at yung sinabi niya na si Alden lang ang gusto niyang makakissing scene? Anong mga katangian ang nataypan niya kay Alden? And kung liligawan ba siya ni Alden in real life ay may chance ba sila?
Whoa! Okay, let's do this one by one. Teka lang. First question. Parang feeling ko kasi ang ending, mag-yes na ba ako kung mag-propose siya sa akin? Wait lang. Yung first question muna tayo. Kissing scene. Tama ba? What was that again, Jill?
May kilig yung first question.
Yes, the first question is, true ba na may kilig factor siya kay Alden?
Oo naman. Totoo yun. I think it's true because I think when you're able to see what's, how they're portraying a character as well, and ikaw din, parang okay, ganito yan. Pagka may nakikita kang dalawang nagliligawan, nakilala mo sila pareho, di ba, kikiligin ka rin. So, pagdating kay Alden, kaya ako kinilig kasi nakikita ko kung paano si Louie at si Leah mag-interact. And kinikilig kami pareho with how naive, gaano sila medyo pakipot. Yung mga, naalala ko din yung times na ganun din ako nung una akong niligawan or may nagtanong sa akin kung pwedeng manligaw. So I remember those days and tunay na lumalabas yung kilig from me. And sa galing na lang din ng pagparamdam ni Alden as Louie, sa akin as Leah ng kilig, I think that's where the sincerity or the genuine feeling is from. Pangalawa, ano nga ba yung question? The kissing. Kung totoo ba na siya lang? Siya lang? Siya lang? No? Tita Mercy, sa ngayon po kasi parang sa TV, siya pa lang yata ang nakaka-kissing scene ko in this many amounts, no? Parang ganito kadami. I did a few last year with Rocco for Descendants, pero smack and very kasi gentle, very innocent. Nothing of this.
Kasagaran ng pandemic kasi yun eh.
Yes, that's correct. And then previous naman to that, hindi pa po ako nakagawa kasi either hindi naman siya kailangan sa storya or hindi pa po ako pinapayagan noon ng manager ko. So, and ano na lang yun, I gave that to her because that was a professional decision that she could tell also hindi pa ako handa paano i-handle yung maturity pagdating sa kissing scenes, paano din gawing technical yun. Kasi sometimes as actors din po, Tita Mercy, yung pag sinasabi namin hindi kami handa, it's not hindi handang gawin. Alam namin paano makipag-kissing scene po, no, Miss Tita Mercy. Pero it's more of yung, siguro po, ma-attach ka ba bilang Jasmine or alam mong trabaho lang to, hindi to, walang halong anything? Kasi alam ko may fine line din kasi emotions po yung trabaho namin eh. Doon po naka-rely yung effectivity ng pagtrabaho namin. So, I know definitely I wasn't mature enough or professional enough pagdating sa mga ganitong intimate scenes. And I'm glad na ngayon po I have enough experience and I've worked with enough people to have gotten the right advice pagdating sa mga intimate scenes. So, yun po, hindi ako restricted to Alden. Nag-kissing scene na rin po kami ni Sid Lucero. So, medyo hindi siya totoong kissing scene. Parang papunta pa lang doon, sabi ni Leah, wait! So, yun po, Tita Mercy. Ano pa nga? May third question pa yata siya, Jeff.
Kung ikaw ba ay tatanong ni Alden, may chance ba? Yun ang pinakagusto kong malaman at sagot.
Sagot!
Everything in life po, Tita Mercy, has a chance. Nasa sa atin lang po yan if we want to take the chance. So, siguro po sa ngayon, will we take that chance? To be determined pa po. Ayan po, parang ayaw ng pusa kung sumagot muna ako. So, okay, quiet muna si Mami. Okay.
Yeah.
Po, Tita Mercy.
Tapusin mo muna yung show para professional.
Opo, tapos balikan po natin yung question, Tita Mercy.
Okay, and for our final question na po for this afternoon, this is from Ms. Salve Asis of Filipino Star ngayon. Ang question po niya ay, may plans na ba sila for Christmas?
Oh God. I have not even thought about Christmas since last Christmas. Yeah. There's just too many things on the plate. And if ever I want anything for Christmas, it's just to have like a simple get together with my daughter and family. That's it.
Ano lang nasabi ko?
Yeah, same din. Kasi every Christmas I go home sa sa States, tapos since the pandemic wala. So parang
honeymoon kaya yun this Christmas mo.
I know.
Hindi, kasi ano pa lang, honeymoon, kagad, October, November.
Yeah.
Hindi na makapabuti ng Christmas yun.
Wala. Wala pong maplano eh. For me, stay put with my pets. And if Ate's here, I'll probably just spend it with her family. And or if I'm negative and super safe to visit yung dad ko po sa Pampanga, then siguro. Kelly?
Ako naman, since my dad and my brother nasa UK po sila ngayon, kami ng mom ko, we're in the Philippines, and I just remembered actually when you asked the question that I was supposed to start planning the Christmas kasi ang gusto po ng dad ko is for my mom and I hopefully to go to the UK. Syempre ang hirap po ngayon. But if there is a way to do it, then that's possible. But honestly, it just might be very difficult right now. So we might have to then sacrifice usually, kasi every year po, the only time that my family can reunite is Christmas time. So it might just be an exception this year that we won't be able to do that. So yun, yeah, yun na po.
Okay, and that's it po for today. Thank you so much po again.
For that, Ms. Jill, gusto ko lang magpasalamat kay Yana Asistio, who plays Jackie Libradilla. Para dito sa napakasarap na fake chicken nuggets, Dalbiga dyan. Bumili ako kasi para sana baon sa taping. Pero since na-stop, yun yung mga kinakain ko na araw-araw, yung pambaon sana nung ano.
Masarap yan. That's made from jackfruit daw.
Yeah, I can't even tell. That's sarap. Ang anghang pa niya kasi it's buffalo flavored. I've been eating it every day.
Sarap.
Okay, that looks good.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for all your questions and for joining us today. Pero bago po tayo magpaalam, alam niyo po ba na available din for streaming ang show natin sa iQIYI International for subscribers?
Piruin mo yun?
in the Philippines. It will also be available for streaming using the iQIYI app or the iQ.com. At para rin po sa ating mga kapuso abroad, mapapanood din po yan sa GMA Pinoy TV. Before we officially wrap up this interview, may we ask na lang po our cast for their final message. And of course, kindly take this time na rin po to promote the season break of The World Between Us beginning today until this Friday, August 27. Ayan. Siguro let's start po with Miss Jazz.
Oh, sure. Yes, to all of our press friends today, thank you so much for joining us. Hope your Monday afternoon's going well. Salamat din po in advance for promoting The World Between Us season break. Hopefully po, when we're back in November, we will see each other again so we can make more noise about it. And yun po, abangan nyo po ang darker twists and turns and more love in the world between us. Thank you.
Sir Seed.
Hey guys, yeah, thank you so much for taking your time. Taking the time off to be here with us. Special mention to Miss Rose. Hello. Yeah, so first of all, I'm really glad to be back here, and I promised before I'm gonna promise again. I'm gonna give it my all. And I'm just so sorry that we have to take a break, but it's something that we all have to do. And like I already said, this can only get better. I really hope to see you when we get back. And we're not going to be completely off the money. I mean, I think with our personal accounts, we'll be like updating you guys with what's happening. And you can reach us out, or you can reach us there. Just don't ask us any questions that it's going to ruin the surprise. Yeah. Right. But other than that, thank you so much. I really hope to see you till the end.
Okay, Miss Kelly.
Yes, so guys, malapit na yung last 5 episodes before the season break. So don't miss them po. That's we'll be back on November 15. And like Miss Jazz and Kuya Sid said that please make sure you join us back again when we do come back, because there's a lot of things to watch out for, a lot of exciting things, and a lot of life lessons then. And hopefully it can help, uplift po yung days, when you get to watch the show, especially during these times, because it, like we said, always says that this is really para sa inyo guys that are watching. And again, thank you to everyone, the press that have joined us today, and to the production that helped to put this event together today, para we can inform our audience why po the decision was made and what they can look out for. So, thank you po.
Okay.
Salamat, Ate Kelly.
Ate. Is it because I call you guys kuya?
Yeah, ang sakit sa tuhod, Kelly. Yan mo lang na-gets.
I can... Basta kuya sila. Okay lang ako maging ate.
Bata kayo papalo, tapos binabasag mo kami.
And pa lang akong 30. Wait lang.
Okay, and Kuya Tom?
Aray! No, para sa akin, gusto talaga magpasalamat sa mga kaibigan natin sa press. Hindi lang para sa araw na to, dahil karamihan sa kanila, nakikita ko talaga nagpo-post at na-updated sila sa mga nangyayari sa show at nagpro-promote sila araw-araw sa bawat episodes. Thank you so much. At sa mga mahal naming viewers naman, sa mga mahal naming kapuso, huwag niyo pong palalampasin itong next 5 episodes. Itong huling linggo bago kami mag-season break. At please, sana po, ituring na lang natin na welcome change or welcome respite, Nax. Itong season break natin. Dahil maraming positibo din po na manggagaling dahil dito. Wag lang corona.
Thank you so much again for all your questions, and enjoy the rest of the day. Stay safe, everyone. We kindly ask na lang po Miss Jasmine and Sir Tom to stay for a few questions.
Writer, H. Studios.